Push, man. Push. One more. That's the mentality you gotta have. One more in everything you do. One more rep. One more set. One more lap. One more minute. Hold on for one more minute, man. Don't fucking give up on me. Don't give up.
You quit now, you're gonna fucking be a loser your entire life.
We did not come this far to just break down and lose now. I'm a winner. I'm going to win.
Everybody has a turn back moment. You have a moment where you can go forward or you can give up. But the thing you have to keep in mind before you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen. That's the guarantee of quitting. The only way the possibility remains that it can happen is if you never give up no matter what.
Sometimes you can try so hard at something. Sometimes you can be so prepared and still fail. And with every time you fail, it's painful, causes sadness. I've often said a man's character is not judged after he celebrates a victory, but by what he does when his back is against the wall. So no matter how great the setback, how severe the failure, you never give up.
It's an urge. Truth be told, every champion has felt it. Every president has felt it. Every king has felt it. Every lion has felt it. Every winner has felt it. The urge to quit. Don't you give up on your dream. I don't care if you don't have the money, and you don't have the help, and you don't have the family for it, and you don't have the background for it, and you don't have the friends for it. Don't you give up on your dream. Don't you do it.
The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and saying to yourself, it's not over until I win.
It may take you twice as long. You may have to take courses and classes. You might not read as fast. You might not move as quick. You might not have as much, but don't you quit.
When you had that third failure in a row, did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up.
It's okay to not be okay. It's just not okay to stay that way. You've got to fight back tonight.
Don't fucking give up. I know it's hard. I know you feel like you've done everything in your power to achieve the goal and you are frustrated that it hasn't happened yet, but don't give up.
If you get to that point where you do exactly what you say you're going to do, you're going to get to the next level. What is that one thing that you're saying that I am going to get this thing done and I'm going to make my dreams become a reality?
Because I think any person, any human realizes that if you want some kind of a good outcome, you're going to have to work hard for it. And if you don't work hard for something, you're not going to get an outcome that's really worth much.
Really, the truth is, most people need to shut the fuck up and focus on that version of themselves they want to become and actually be willing to become it. And that's what's ultimately going to create the fulfillment that you're looking for. It's not going to be your cold plunge. It's not going to be your morning routine. It's not going to be your journaling. It's going to be the work that you fucking do to become that version of yourself that is the exact version that you know you're supposed to become, and then being proud of it. That's what's going to create the fulfillment that you're searching for.
Those days when I'm tired or worn out or just basically sick of the grind, what do I do on those days? I go anyways. I get it done, even if I'm just going through the motions. I go through the motions. I don't really want to work out. I work out. Don't really want to get up and get out of bed. I get up and get out of bed.
It takes more effort to start in the beginning, and more people are right about the fact they're like, hey, you're not going to hit it big. And guess what? A month in, you're not. But they're only measuring on months. And at 6 months, you're also not going to hit it big yet. And they're going to be like, I'm still fucking right. And at a year, you're still not going to hit it big. And they'll still be fucking right. And every day that you haven't hit it, they're going to feel like they were right. But they're wrong. because they're measuring in days and you're measuring in decades.
It's pretty easy sometimes to feel beaten when you're faced with all those issues and all those problems and they all hit you at the same time. That doesn't mean give up. In fact, it means the opposite. It means it's time for you to fight harder, to dig in. It means it's time for you to go on the war path.
You may be tired, you may be struggling, you may be ready to quit. That all may be true. But what you have to understand is that this is what it takes. What you're experiencing right now, what you're going through right now, is exactly what it takes to get to where you want to go.
You have to find your best self. And to do that, you can't stay in the comfortable world. You have to be very, not always uncomfortable, but you gotta find a spot that's not so comfortable. Mental toughness doesn't come from sitting on a couch. It doesn't come from wishing it will come true. It comes from putting in the work. And you have to start developing your mindset. Mindset is not developed by wishing. Mindset is developed by doing and actually putting into practice.
And the reason that so few people make it to where you want to go is because they stop right here, right when it gets hard. When everything sucks and you have every reason to throw in the towel, that's when 99% of people quit. And it's exactly when you need to remind yourself that it's time to keep going. Because right here is where you separate yourself from all the people that are going to spend their days wishing they were living a life that they're not cut out for, but you are.
Judge yourself against no one but yourself. You're racing against no one but yourself. When you compare yourself to other people, you are losing the race. And it's like this race is you against you, man. So don't get caught up in all this bullshit out here of the social media and this is where I'm at and this is what I'm doing and this is how great I am. Fucking leave all that shit behind, man. Worry about yourself, worry about what you're doing, and worry about where you're going and only where you're going.
Why not just commit one time in your life to something? See what happens. There are no losers in the world of passion and commitment to something. No one loses there. The losers are the people that sit the starting line and never initiate.
And one guy said, "Why haven't anybody beat you yet?" And he looked at him. He said, "I want what all other men want." He said, "I guarantee you, when I line up and they line up, I want what all other men want." He said, "But when the pressure hits, when the opposition hits, when the challenge hits, when the pain creeps in, when the uncertainty creeps in, when the cuts, when the scars, when the bruises come, I want what all other men want." He said, "But when the opposition and adversity shows up, I just want it a little bit more than they wanted." And so that's how I conquer, and that's how nobody has ever beaten me yet.
There's so many examples in the Olympics, and every day we see the common man with the odds against them overcoming what people thought could never happen. And probably he didn't even think it. But there he stands victorious and a role model to all of us. Like, oh my God, we want to be him. But before he was him, he was us. What got him there was an undying belief. And every drop of sweat that came out, and every pain and ache and everything else was just a telltale sign that he's getting closer and closer to that dream that we were when we were kids of being a reality.
I just want one thing from you. As great as you are, as skilled as you are, as talented as you are, I just want one thing from you. Never allow life to make you forget why you do what you do. People don't burn out, people don't quit, people don't underachieve, people don't settle because of what they do. People burn out, people quit, people underachieve, and people settle because life makes them forget why they do it. If we respect it the way we say we respect it, if we love it the way we say we love it, if we cherish it the way we say we cherish it, every single day should be nothing less than excellence.
The handle being the long part is what it takes and how much work you have to do. And once you get to where you start to see results, the results go up very, very quick. And that is the same way that your success is going to work. It's the same way your life is going to work. And you just have to understand this is the way it is, and you're going to have to bear through it, and eventually you'll acclimate to it, and all these things that feel like you're not in balance or you're not doing it right will go away, and it'll just feel normal. And you'll actually discover that you're really not even pushing that hard, and then if you're ambitious enough, you'll even push harder than that.
So never give up. Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish. Keep working, keep striving, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship.
I say chase your dreams, man. Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at night. That thing, man, that you wake up in the middle of the night, you got a new idea. That's what you got to chase. Because anything else, it's gonna disappoint you.
Don't ask yourself, why me? Instead, ask yourself, now what am I going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Ask yourself that question, and then figure it out. Figure out what you're going to do. Say to yourself, I am going to detach. I am going to assess the situation. I am going to come up with a plan, and I am going to execute. And then start moving.
It's about the grind, the sleepless nights, the sacrifices, the prayers you whispered when nobody was watching. It's all about those moments when you could have folded, but you didn't.
Restart, reset. You are your own greatest project. But just always remember, don't give up.
What will you do?
Rebuild it just the way it was, brick for brick.
It's not going to be a perfect plan, but take action. Action that moves you in a positive direction. And if it ends up being the wrong direction, that's fine. At least you've learned where not to go. Where this gets tough is if it is something that seems like it's completely out of your control. And you know what? Some things are completely out of your control, and that's fine. And when that happens, you ask yourself, what can I control?
If you had to create a human, what would you put them through to make them tough? It probably wouldn't be a really chill life.
Yeah.
What would you put them through to make them patient? Well, you probably wouldn't give them things immediately. And so it's like we want these traits, but each of the traits has a price tag attached to it. And it's just like, do you want to pay the price tag to get the thing? And so I think if people reframe the period of life that they're going through as the price that they're paying out of their wallet, but the wallet is their time, is the seconds of life that they're trading for it, then I think more people will be willing to make the trade.
We want people to make guarantees to us, but we're not willing to make guarantees to ourselves. Wake up and grind. Winners win. I focus more on winning than I focus on structure.
You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like, and that's okay. Everything worth doing is hard, and the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship. If it's hard, good. It means no one else will do it. More for you.
You will never succeed more than you fail. That's not how it works. You know why? Because failure is a wonderful teacher. It's the only way to learn. You have to fail. Failure is a part of the process to becoming successful. I tell people this all the time. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player in the world, he took 946 game-winning shots. He has only made 146 of those. He has missed over 700 times, but he has made 146. You know what they write about? When he make it.
You can make as much money as you want. You can have as much freedom as you want. You can have as much opportunity as you want, but you got to go out and get it. Because I can tell you right now, every single one of you out there have exactly what you deserve. You might think that life is unfair. You might think that life dealt you a bad hand, but I'm here to tell you, life will give you exactly what you tolerate. And if you've been tolerating mediocrity, you've been tolerating average, you've been tolerating this victim mentality that you're carrying, then guess what? You have exactly what you deserve.
You have to be equipped mentally to endure this process. Knowing what you're about to go into is step one. Knowing it's an uphill battle, but a winnable one and one that's achievable. And at the end of this race, guys, you're going to be more capable. The first step, guys, is knowing it's a tough road. But through that effort, builds the character of the person you want to be at the end. Accept that. How else do we stay on track? We document everything.
Training yourself on how you respond to hard. Because in the early days, hard was, ooh, stop. This isn't good. This is a warning sign. This is a red flag. I should slow down, or I should stop, I should pivot. But the more I think about it as a competitive landscape, as I'm clear on what this path is supposed to look like, and these rocks and these dragons are things that I'm going to have to slay along the way to get the princess or get the treasure.
Who do we want to be? Where do we want to live? What life do we want to lead? When we've finished our life, come to the end of our life and look back, what do we want to say that we've done? How badly do you want it? You've got to pay a price to be the best. The best pay a big price. You've got to work harder, you've got to commit more, you've got to take more responsibility, you've got to deal with more ups and downs.
I failed. Why do we fall? So that we can learn to pick ourselves up. Still haven't given up on me. Never.
So when you fail, it's a part of the process. Keep going. You're supposed to fail. Shit, who you know that gets it right all the time? That's impossible. You have to fail. Matter of fact, when you fail, be glad about it. Every time you fail, you one step closer. So every time you fail, say, whew, got that out the way. Go to the next one. Fail again, okay, I got two out the way. What's gonna happen is if you just keep swinging, you're gonna get a hit.
How can I work hard for something and my performance is not based upon the outcome? How can I work and my effort and my motivation and my drive is not based upon what the product will be, but more so based upon me taking pride in what I do? And so I came up with this thing called process over product, and I firmly believe the process saved my life.
There is no secret. There is no quick fix. There is no hack. There is no path of least resistance. The quickest way for you to go from where the fuck you are to where you want to be is that shit you're trying to avoid doing. And not only is it the fastest way, it's the only way in most cases to get where you're trying to go. I must work hard. I must have failures so I develop skills. And I must not quit so I can continue to push forward as other people fall off the game.
You got to have hardships, setbacks, missteps. See, the only way to learn how to get up, you gotta fall. Only way to learn how to get over, you gotta be under. The only way to learn how to win, you gotta lose. Only way to appreciate the laughter, you got to be crying. You would not appreciate the sunshine if it didn't rain.
I waited a long time out in the world before I gave myself permission to fail. Don't bother telling the world you are ready. Show it. Do it. Ever tried? Ever failed? No matter. Try again. Fail again. Fail better. The world is yours.
I think the greatest fear that we face is ourselves. It's not anything that's external or anything that's superficial. I think the greatest fear you face is yourself, because we all have dreams, and it's very scary sometimes to accept the dream that you have. And it's scarier still to say, okay, I want that. It's scary because you're afraid that if you put your heart and soul into it and you fail, then how are you going to feel about yourself? Right? So being fearless means putting yourself out there and going for it. No matter what, go for it.
Other than death, all failure is psychological. Think about that. Failure, this upset, this catastrophe If you aren't dead, then it's just psychological. Now, this does not mean that you won't lose some battles, because you will. We all will. But it does mean that as long as you don't surrender, as long as you don't give up, as long as you don't quit, then you haven't failed.
The reason I know so much about winning is because I've had to deal with so much losing. Everybody wants to win, but in order to know how to win, you gotta know how to lose, because you're gonna lose more than you're gonna win. But every time you lose, what do you gain from it? After you lose, or when you get knocked down, stay down there for a minute. Understand why you lost.
And you have not failed. What you've done is you've learned. You've gained experience. And you're still alive. And you have memories to make. So get up and go get after it.
How did I stand up again? I was more confident. Lost again, stood up. I was more resilient. Now you start putting the pieces that are necessary to win over and over and over again.
It's exciting when you win, it's exciting when you lose, because the process should be exactly the same. Whether you win or you lose, as you go back and you look and you find things that you could have done better, you find things that you've done well that worked, figure out how did they work, why did they work, how can you make them work again?
Yeah.
And but the hardest thing is to face that stuff.
So if you don't know how to fail, there is no victory. I never talked about winning, because I knew the path to winning was going to be years of failing first. So I taught myself how to fail properly. No one teaches you how to fucking fail. But if you're going out for insurmountable fucking odds, you better teach yourself how to fail first. Because if you sit in failure for too long, you will never come out of it.
I'm going to learn from the past, but I'm not going to dwell on it. And then I would take what I learned from my experiences of where I failed, and I would also take the positive things that I learned, because even that failure is a positive. Even that failure is a positive, because you realize the value of the opportunity that you had, and you blew it, and you're like, okay, I'm never going to let that happen again. Lesson learned.
Before, there were reasons to fight I could understand, but I don't understand this. Even if you win, what have you won? Apollo's still gone. Why can't you change your thinking? Everybody else does.
Because I'm a fighter. That's the way I'm made, Adrian.
I want to do something great with my life. I don't know that I can get to the mental level you have, but I think everybody here needs to know something. If you just think you're going to do something temporarily once, man, you're going to be unhappy when it's over.
Being a winner is a curse. It doesn't matter how much you've won before, you're not a winner until you win again, and again, and again. Nothing is enough. No one understands, and you never want it to stop.
Sometimes in life, the answer isn't always revealed forefront. You learn the reason behind it later in life. And later in life, you get hit with adversity where so much is riding on you. Not just you, your family, everything's riding on us. And you overcome it without even losing your win. It's easy for you because you paid the price and hit failure over and over again here. So when it mattered out there, guys, victory, my friend.
When you're on your way up, everyone roots for you because you remind them of their dreams. When you're at the top, everyone tears you down because you remind them that they gave up on them. For anyone who needs a reminder, no one is going to hate on you for doing worse than them.
Why don't you reframe the decisions that you are making from this is the hardest decision to this is the better decision. This is what's going to move me forward. This is what's going to get me what I want. When you think about it like that, it makes it a lot easier to get off your ass and go fucking do it. So yes, it is absolutely normal to not feel like doing it. There is not a single person who has ever achieved anything that you want to achieve that has felt like it every single day.
Start moving. It's not going to be a perfect plan, but take action. Action that moves you in a positive direction. And if it ends up being the wrong direction, that's fine. At least you've learned where not to go.
It's hard. It's frustrating. There's things that are going to happen. You're going to get sick. You're going to have breakups. You're going to have people let you down. You're going to have friends let you down. You're going to be embarrassed. You're going to make mistakes. And everybody's going to see it and laugh at you. All of these things are going to happen.
It goes, then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send? And who will go for us? And I said, here am I. Send me.
The only way you can be open, Big, is you have to be a champion. And not plugging the book on this, but really, champions do daily what everybody do occasionally. Everybody else does. You just do it daily. You're not.
Yeah, we do.
You're not extraordinary. You just do the ordinary extra. That's it. That's what separates you.
No more gray decisions in your life. It either serves the man or the woman you want to become, the business you want, the father you want to be, the wife you want to be, the mom you want to be, the leader you want to be, the business you want to have. Your actions either serve and take you towards that version of yourself, or those actions take you away from it. You want to go to the next level? You know what it's like to generate the kind of money, impact, and purpose that you know you can and want to? Then there's no gray anymore.
Eliminate the outcome. Stop being driven by rewards. Stop being driven by outcome. Stop being driven by, if I get this, I'm gonna do this. Just work. And if you don't get what you thought you were gonna get, show up and still go to work. Because along the process, what's more important, what you acquire or who you become? And a lot of people think what they acquire is the thing that makes them who they are. No, it's who you become in the process of chasing what you want to acquire.
And here's the reality. The hardest thing in life is figuring out who you are and what you want to do for the rest of your life. It's a big decision. And once you figure that out, you wake up every day and you work toward it. That's what you do. It's impossible for you to fail if you know who you are, what you want to do, and you wake up every day and work toward it.
When I seen that Bentley at the boxing gym, and I seen that diamond Rolex, I said, I want that. And I knew what it took. So I know when my opponent is asleep, I'm out there at 4 or 5 in the morning, chopping trees, working, to this day.
One bad chapter don't define the book. You just stayed on the page too long. Flip it, bruh, flush it. Keep it pushing. Let it make you stronger. When you process it and look at it, let it make you a better person. Like you said, what's the lesson in it? What's the blessing in it? Everything we encounter carries with it a seed that's a lesson or blessing. Now, for us to extract it, that's up to us. The perspective that we have about it, that's all on us.
If tomorrow never comes, how far would you go today? If tomorrow is not a guarantee, how far would you push? If you thought that today was your last opportunity to ever do the thing, how far would you go?
You want them to say, oh, it's too hard, I can't do it. But you want to be the one that says, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. I know I don't feel good today, but I'm going to go out there and I'm going to prove to myself that even on days that it doesn't feel right, I push myself. The only way to gain confidence in yourself is to build something. It's not to wait for it to happen.
Everything you're going through is preparing you for what you ask God for. You just got to quit tripping while you're in the process, because the process is necessary. You may not see it now, but when He gets you on the other side of it, you're going to see exactly why it went that way, and you're going to be okay with it. But quit tripping during the process.
What statement are you making? The psychology is savagery. I wasn't the best runner, but what I did was I found the work schedules out of my competition, and I made sure they saw me running day and night. I try to get in their fucking heads.
One doesn't expect to get from life what one has already learned it cannot give. brother, one begins to see that life is a kind of sowing time. Never stop, no matter how many failures. When you know you're doing what you're meant to do, you have to try.
Quitting guarantees the failure. Once God wakes you up, that's a sign from God that He ain't through with you yet. That He has something more for you in store that He hasn't given to you yet. That's why you wake up every day. Because God has more for you.
And what I found out, and the only message I want to get across to people is, once you change one thing, your mindset, you can attack everything.
You make those little changes, those little habits that you have to change them. Those bad habits. You'll be surprised, the little things, the little changes, they add up and they become big things. Change the little things, and over time, you can change your life. But if you don't change what you're doing and how you do it, nothing else will change.
When I was overweight and unhealthy, and like I'd look at people on Instagram and be like, yeah, genetics, whatever. Like you'd dismiss everything, but it's not. And once you start doing it yourself and you see those little gains and you get into it, and you can really change.
What is the starting point?
One step at a time. Whether it's 10,000 steps or doing even a 20-minute workout, that's all people need to do to change. Because you'll start seeing results regardless of what position you're in right now.
The greatest achievement of somebody comes right after their worst defeat. When they've hit rock bottom, hit the bottom of the barrel, they got nothing left. Everyone's given up on them. They've lost all their worldly possessions. They're dead broke on their back. It's at that point, guys, when everything's lost, that everything can be gained.
If you can just keep increasing incrementally what you're doing in terms of fitness or your business or however your sleep, whatever it is that you feel is not right, you'll see the change over time. It comes, and it takes a long time. It takes a really long time, but it happens.
There's no more ego there, is there? They let go of, what if I fail? What if it doesn't work? What if I don't what if this person rejects me? The animosity, the pressures of society, they let it all go because they've lost it all. They're just now left with the intestinal fortitude, the pride within. Do I want to stay on the bottom of this barrel, or do I climb the fuck out of this hole? And that is a spark of what it turns out to be their greatest moment, their greatest hour. We can live that way, guys.
A lot of people don't remember what the they've accomplished in life. And at that time of suffering, you have to be able to go through and pull up that who the I am resume. I guarantee you did harder than this. And that's basically what you have to go back to. But it's hard to do because in that moment of suffering, all you can think about is getting the out of it.
If you just sacrificed this summer, these next 3 months of your life, bro, you could change the entire trajectory of your entire life. If you literally just took your fucking attention that's here, have fun, this and that, this entire summer, and focused it into one thing for the next 12 weeks, 3 months, if you just locked in and fucking worked on yourself, worked on your business, worked on getting in the gym, improving, your whole life could change.
So you gotta take that 1 second